What's up, bro? Welcome to another episode of Bleed Black and Gold. As you know, I am Brandon Janeau, and like always, on podcast platforms everywhere, BrandonJaneauShow, social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, BrandonJaneauShow, and of course, like always, YouTube channel, BrandonJaneauShow. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode way more than I enjoyed that game today. Anyway, let's get into it. It's late. This is the latest I think I've done a podcast in a minute. But I do wrestling, so wrestling kind of goes late. But yeah, man. So like I said, today was a typical Saints game, pretty much. Here's the thing though. I was in attendance for this one, so it really felt fucked up to watch this game today. Um, yeah, man, I went to the game. I physically was at the Houston Texans at the new Houston Texans versus the New Orleans Saints game. Man, I actually tailgated for the first time ever. I never tailgated before. Like I went to any football games like that before. I've been to maybe one NFL game before this game today, and that was literally um, the Saints versus the Giants, the year where the game where Joe Horn pulled out the cell phone and and he got fined for that shit. I was at that game. So that is literally the last time I watched a football game. And that was in New Orleans. And I want to say it was on my stepdad's birthday. Yeah. So yeah, damn. Yeah. And I was like, Lord Jesus, I was like that was like a year or two before Hurricane Katrina. So yeah, I was like what, 8, 9 years old? Yeah. So long story short, so yeah, so I went to the tailgate today. That was pretty dope. But went in there, man. Had some good seats. If you have me on Instagram, Brand New Show or Facebook, I post on there a lot. I post pictures on there, video on there. I didn't take too many videos and I didn't take too many pictures, because there was really nothing to take photos and videos of. I mean, this game was very low scoring. It was 2013, which I thought it would be. A very the defensive game. Um, but let's get into it, man. Um, I said this on my brother's, me and my brother Juan's show, and I said this I think last week when I did this show after the Patriots game. Um, and that is, I thought the defense would create a turnover for C.J. Stroud, which they did. They got the first turnover of his career today. The problem with that was Zach Brown, who picked the ball off, uh, fumbled it right after he picked the fucking ball off. He got hit, was trying to go down, and he fumbled the fucking ball and gave it right back to Houston, which led to their first points of the game. Um, yeah, that's not how you play. That's not good. We had and it was literally like their first fucking play. No, maybe like their second play of that drive, and he threw the pick to him, and I'm like, damn, man, like what are you? And so they drove down the field and scored a touchdown off of that. And maybe if he keeps the ball in his hands, because we were dry, it was like at the 50. I think it was they got the ball back at like the 40 or something. So we would have got the ball 30, yeah, like the 30, 40 that they got the ball back. So if he would have kept it in his hands, because the ball kind of skirted and went a little further, but we probably would have got like the 48 or 47. The offense today was what the offense is. I mean, like I said last week when I watched the Patriots game, I kind of expected that game to go the way it went because the Patriots offense just isn't fucking good. That doesn't have anything to do with anything. Um, yeah, the Patriots offense isn't fucking good. So, and then on top of that, you don't have really when your offense is continuously going three and out, on top of the fact that your defense is going to get tired because of that, and also isn't very, very um, favorable field positions for our offense, that's what's supposed to fucking happen. This game is completely different. The Texans punter is amazing. This man kept kicking this shit in like the eight, the nine. Like he continuously kept us from getting into good field position. Not to mention the first half of the game, the defense just literally played into the Houston Texans playbook. They let them run the ball very consistently today, which again, for the Saints last year, it was like an anomaly how bad they were defensive uh, running defense. This year, same kind of. First half is really hard for us to kind of like put a kibosh on the running game, but then by the second half, we kind of figured it out, which is what the game was in this game. We could not stop them in the first half of running the ball to the point where play action for Houston in the first half was big. They kept getting massive plays on play action. Um, this is the first game I've seen Marshawn Lattimore actually get outplayed playing as a cornerback. Like he got destroyed in this game. Nico Collins was killing him. I knew I didn't know Tyrus Howard was back. Um, but yeah, him playing today was a very big thing, and this is why I said last week I am afraid for the. I said last week that I was afraid. I wasn't lying when I said I was afraid. I wasn't lying when I said I was afraid for this game because CJ Stroud did not run a lot, which I was pretty shocked about because I actually thought that that would actually help them if he ran a lot. Man, he had a touchdown earlier in the game that he could have ran for, and they decided to just go for 10, for a field goal. But yeah, I watched that game and I'm like, being there today was crazy, man. The experience was fun. The game was not. Everything I kind of thought would happen happened pretty much. Um, the offensive line, like I said, last week offensively, don't get last week offensively confused with what the Saints really is off as an offense. For the most part, we can't run the ball because we're running the same plays. Excuse me. If you watch Kansas City, Denver Thursday night, it was literally like that today for the Saints because it's the same fucking running strategy. It's not even continue to go to the outside. The first play is literally stretch. Now, early in the game, whenever Kamara was running, yeah, he was getting big plays. But after a while, we know your play, motherfucker. We know you're gonna try to run stretch plays. Like that is not that fucking bad. Like, and on top of that, you're not running it with anybody in the backfield with him. Like if you had a fullback, Taysom Hill, if it was Taysom Hill blocking Calvin Kamara, and then Alvin was still doing the rest stretch plays, then that's a little differently. But the fact that it's the same fucking plays, Alvin in the backfield, you got a stretch play. Like it's the easiest fucking play to call for the Saints. It's the easiest because we already know that's what the fuck you're gonna call. We know that as Saints fans. They know that as the visitors because they watch your tape. The fact that you did not switch that shit up at all during the off season when you was bringing in a new offense, whatever the fuck that meant, you didn't even switch it up. You didn't even try to make it different. And that's what I'm saying. It's just like, what was that? Watching it live, watching it at home pisses me off. Watching it live pissed me off. Like it was like, what the fuck? If I wasn't in a big ass crowd full of Texans fans and shit, and I wasn't sitting in the section where the Texans fans were, I would have been like, bro, no wonder why you fucking losing. Like this is the stupidest fucking play I've ever seen in my life. It's because you continuously do it. It's one thing if it's consistently working, which some of it was, but then after a while, the Texans were just shooting the gap. They were shooting it every fucking time, and it's like, what more can you ask for, man? Like that was a terrible game, uh, terrible strategy, man. But we stayed in the game. We stayed somewhat in it. The rookie Blake Groupie missed two pivotal field goals, man. He missed one early in the game where we could have gotten the ball. We could have gotten it and could have been at least 10-6 at some point. For if he would have made that field goal, then maybe I don't know. And then he had another chance to make another field goal. late in the game when it was 20-13, and we were driving. It's like our second to last drive I think we had, and we're in the red zone. We couldn't score, which I'll talk about that. But we get to the second, our second to last drive in the game. We get close. Well, yeah, we're in the red zone. Then we were in the red zone. We got into the red zone, and then Blake Goopy literally just freaking missed the kick, and it was like and I mean, it was at the false start, which doesn't make it any fucking better. And he just missed a field goal, and it's just like you can't miss field goals, man. Like especially last week, you made a 54 yarder. You missed like a 42 today. Like, what are you doing? Like, and mind you, it's in New England where the wind is blowing, and you made a 54 freaking yarder last week. You're in no wind in a stadium, and you can't make a freaking field goal. What are you doing? Like two, you missed two pivotal field goals, and it's just like it's hard to defend somebody that misses two pivotal field goals in a game when it's like, bro, you're a rookie, I know, but at the same time, bro, you cannot miss two pivotal fucking field goals. That is you can't do that, man. Like that is a game that's what makes people want to say, yeah, Will Lux was better, which that is not true. Will Lux sucks this fucking season. He has not done a goddamn thing this goddamn season. But people will sit here and say, well, Will Lux would have made those. No, the fuck he wouldn't. Will Lux has sucked this fucking season. That's how I know you haven't watched the games this season. Will Lux ain't done shit this season. Matter of fact, he hasn't been on the field enough to even kick field goals because Denver doesn't move the ball that much. So it's hard to defend a rookie kicker when he's missing two field goals that is pretty much supposed to be in your wheelhouse. It's simple field goals. It's like a 46, 47 yarder, and then literally the field goal you missed before the last drive we had. It's literally like a 40 yarder. Like it's like a fucking 40-yard field goal. It's not even that far, and you were missing the field goal. That is not good, bro. That's not good. I'm sorry. It's just not good. The fact of the matter is this, man. The last drive of the game for the Saints. We're making excuse me, good progress. Rashad Shaheed caught a massive catch on that drive that Blake Groupie missed the field goal on. It was literally a pick. It was supposed to be a pick. That shit was an obvious pick. And he took it from his hands and caught the ball. So much so, the people I was sitting by, the dude I was sitting by, was like, what the fuck was that? Because he thought it was a pick. I knew it was a pick. He thought it was a pick. I thought it was a pick. Everybody thought it was a pick. And Rashad Shaheed was like, not today. Caught the ball, man. It was certain. And here's the fucked up part about that, because Rashashi, he burnt them. He had to stop and wait for the ball to come to him, and it was just like, because if he would have just caught that shit, it kept going. It was a touchdown. It was an easy touchdown. Like he burnt him. He left him. Matter of fact, he was so gone, he had to turn around and look for the ball. It because that ball was, man. If he would have put that shit right in front of him like he did in the Tennessee game, boom, right on him. That's a touchdown. It's a touchdown. It's not even close. Like he's not catching him. Like if he but the one thing I complained about last 2 weeks ago when we lost to Tampa, um, it happened in this game. They tried to use Kendrick Miller, but after a while, it was just like, okay, it's Alvin Kamara's game. We're not even gonna try to put the rookie into this situation, and it was a stupid decision. I don't understand why uh they went that route. I don't understand it. Um, I want to say Jamal Williams should be back this week. I think he will be back for the Thursday night game, if not the Colts game in Indianapolis. But the last drive, like I said earlier, where we was driving, we was getting good yardage. and then we had to make the play. We all know you're going for it for all four down. So let's just get this out the way. Again, we got to the red zone, close to the red zone, and then the dumbest shit happened, and that is Pete Carmichael calls literally four throwing plays, nothing like underneath, nothing underneath. I get it, you don't really have timeouts like that, and the clock is just running down. But at the same time, bro, put some speed out there and let it be that. If you would have had Rashad Shaheed running in the pack, Taysom Hill and Rashad running this way, somebody was gonna get, you know, crossed up, and he could have caught it and just ran off. But the fact of the matter is, you called four straight throwing plays, and all of them going straight to the end zone, and then Derek Carr was getting blitzed the entire time. The fact of the matter is, you didn't even try to switch it up. That's the crazy part. Like, if you see they're blitzing, switch it the fuck up. Like, you are not even trying to switch it up because Derek Carr is not going to put it in a position where it could get picked off. And one throw was like over the head, I think, of Rashad Shaheed. Another one was Michael Thomas, and he threw it, and it was like it didn't. It was just a bad plays. It was like three bad throwing plays. It's like everybody just run straight up the middle. It's like what the. Taysom Hill wasn't even out there. Like you don't have any. Juwan Johnson not being healthy is really fucking up this team. I would have had Jimmy Graham on that play because if Jimmy Graham's out there, at least it's a jump ball. I know he's gonna at least try to go get it. The fact of the matter is, he didn't even try. They didn't even try, man. And it's like I know people are gonna shit on Pete Carmichael. And here's another thing, man. I can't get mad at Dennis Allen anymore. I can't. I can't sit up here and get mad at Dennis Allen, bro, because he's the head coach, yes. But his strong suit is not offense. That's not his fucking offense. He did not call those plays. Pete Carmichael did. And in the second half, his defense showed the fuck up. That side of the ball played their ass off. They only gave up 3 points in the second half. I cannot blame Dennis Allen for what the fuck Pete Carmichael continues to fucking do for this offense. That is not a Dennis Allen call, bro. Like that is, I literally think if Dennis Allen has a choice, he would literally fire Pete Carmichael. I think even though, and I think it's really a Saints organizational thing. It's like we have Pete Carmichael's been here, and we can't just let him walk. But I will let his ass walk. Let him go to Denver. Let him go under Sean Payton and do their fucking offense. Because we need a new offensive coordinator, man. I've been saying this shit for like 3 years now. Since Sean Payton left and retired, I've been saying this shit for like 3 fucking years now. We don't have Sean Payton to call these plays, man. It's pre Carmichael. When we was hearing that John Gruden was coming the off season and he was helping Derek Carr and he was helping Pete Carmichael call a new offense and it's gonna be the West Coast offense and I was looking forward to that shit. And we saw preseason and the offense was moving and I was like, oh shit, wait a minute, that's what's up. And now the season has started and there's like 6 games in and you niggas can't. Y'all reverted right back to what the fuck you've been calling and really been doing. In preseason, y'all was using a little bit more of this and more of that. And now it's like, bro, you just reverted back to what the fuck you do as an offense. And I know people want to shit on Dennis Allen. That ain't Dennis Allen's calling card, bro. He is not an offensive coordinator. Yeah, he's not an offensive coordinator. His calling card is defense. The first half, his defense sucked. By the second half, his defense tightened the fuck up. That's what he does. That's always what he's done. I don't get mad at Dennis Allen. That's why I'm not calling for its fucking head every day. Like everybody on social media does when the Saints lose. It's not a Dennis Allen fucking thing. That's a Pete Carmichael fucking thing. And until the Saints actually understand that and actually say, you know what? We're not gonna win with this offense the way it is. Now, yes, do I think they're afraid that Derek Carr could get himself into a situation the way he throws picks and shit? Of course I do. But I also feel like it's getting to the point where you might have to do it like the Jets. Zach Wilson, just throw the ball, bro. If you throw 2 picks, it is what it is. We got a defense that can hold up. Let's do it. But for me, personally, we gotta stop throwing shots at Dennis Allen because Dennis Allen is not the reason for why this offense sucks. He's not the offense. He doesn't call offense. He never called offense. I'm not blaming this man for why the fucking offense can't score over 13 fucking points. That ain't his fucking point. That ain't his calling card. His calling card is defense. And his defense held that offense to 20 points. They caused a turnover by the rookie who had not thrown a pick or fumbled the ball in 6 fucking games until today. 5 games until today. I don't blame Dennis Allen for that offense because that's not his calling card. Now we gonna blame something defense. Okay, cool. If if they would have scored 30 something points, okay, Dennis Allen, your head should be on a fucking stake somewhere. Of course. But that is not his problem, bro. His problem is not that offense. Because as much as you want to say, well, he the head coach and he hired him. No, the fuck he didn't. He just kept him because that's what they wanted him to do. You think Dennis Allen really wants Pete Carmichael as his offensive coordinator when he knows Derek Carr could do way more shit than this? I know he can do way more shit than this. I'm the man that drafted his ass. I know he can do way more shit. And this offense is literally reverting back to what Denver offense is and what it's always been. Sean Payton. And until you get this motherfucker out the building in the last real evidence of what Sean Payton was to the Saints, until you get rid of him, you can never close the book on Sean Payton. That is why I've been saying get rid of Pete Carmichael because he's Sean fucking Payton. He's Sean Payton light, and it's like literally everything. As soon as we start to lose, or as soon as when we win it, the book is open. Do your thing. When we losing, these motherfuckers revert right back to what the fuck they've always done. Sean Payton. You can't have an offense that another team is running. That is literally what the fuck you're doing. And you wonder why we lost. I don't blame Dennis Allen for that offense. I can't. I can't. You can sit and say, well, he hired him. No, the fuck he didn't. Sean Payton hired him. He just decided to keep him because he thought that offense would work. It's not working. Now, yes, he deserves blame for keeping his ass. But here's the thing. The best thing for the Saints today, Carolina lost, Atlanta lost, and Tampa lost. So everybody's still at the same position they were already at. We played Thursday night against the Jacksonville Jaguars. They had a great game against the Colts, but of course you had Gardner Minshew, who we play the week after that in Indianapolis. If we can't beat the Jags at home, now we got a problem. Because that secondary of Jacksonville sucks. It's not a great secondary. It's really not. It's not even a really great defense like that. Don't get to their food. They ain't that damn good like that. And unlike CJ Stroud, we can confuse Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is not that great. I know people will sit here and think this is blasphemy for what I'm saying, but he ain't that fucking great. He's not that fucking dude. He's better than an average quarterback, yes, but he's not Tom fucking Brady. He can move a little, which is a little bit of a mm, alarming situation for me because I don't. Saints against moving quarterbacks, we can't do shit against them. Perfect example. First drive of the game for the Houston Texans. It's a third down. It's a third and like 7 or some shit. And all we gotta do is just stop them. What happens? CJ Stroud moved just enough and found Dalton Schultz. Why? Because we had to come up now to stop it. It's that. It's the subtle movements. It's not the big move. It's just a subtle movement of a quarterback, and we can't defend it. Yeah. What I think about Thursday, man, we can't lose. Tampa's already had that bye, which is a good thing. We still got Carolina. We still got Atlanta. We still haven't played Atlanta yet. We played Carolina. We played Tampa. We just haven't played Atlanta yet. We played them super late in the season. But for me personally, man, we gotta win Thursday because we gotta get consistent. This is the thing about the Saints. We ain't consistent. we could win a game and then lose a game, and that's the Saints because we just don't shit. We just don't figure it out. Right now, here's the thing about this is that, and I think we got the Colts, we got the Jags Thursday, we got the Colts in Indianapolis. I want to say week 10. I think we got week 10. I think we got Chicago in Chicago. So, and if Justin Fields' hand is really hurt and he might not play in that game, we can get Chicago. So this is really like this is why I say we need to win Thursday because I don't want to hear that shit about how we got, how we just didn't, show up on Thursday. No, 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 no. We're at home. Yes, I know it's a late game. I know it's early. I know you're gonna be licking your wounds from today, but you gotta turn your fucking that is got to change, and it's gotta change now. Maybe Marshawn Lattimore takes this as a personal challenge that Nico Collins got the best of him today, and he makes maybe turns that into another thing. But yeah, this was a bad showing. First game back with Marcus May as well, so hopefully that defense now with a healthy secondary, which we haven't had all fucking season. Maybe we finally turn it around. Like I said, the second half of defense was way better than the first half of defense, but that offense of the Saints, like I said after the Tampa game, we still have questions. That offense is not fixed, and it's because of Pete Carmichael, man. I saw a lot of Saints being like, "Derek Carr, you fucking a, bruh." I can't get mad at Derek Carr. If he's in a different offense with these weapons, I don't think he's struggling like this. I don't think he threw for 300 yards today, and he still couldn't win the game. I mean, that's not a Derek Carr thing. These plays just suck, and it's coming from one man, and that's Pete Carmichael. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Anyway, very special bleed black and gold Thursday night, Jag Saints. I will do it after the game is over, and it should be out that Friday, I think. But until then, I am Brandon Janeau, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Until next time, I am Brandon. This is Bleed Black and Gold. Saints lose 20-13 to the Texans. Congratulations to CJ Stroud and the Texans. Who that? I'll see you Thursday. Peace.